Hey everyone, my name is Georgiana from the Boss Ladies blog, and today I am sharing this red, white, and blue eyeshadow makeup look, plus the full face. Let's get into it. Okay, so to start, I'm going to take my LX New Platinum Day Cream with SPF 30 and apply that to my skin, followed by my Tipsy Love Galore Jump Shiny Lip Oil. Then I'm going to take some of my Match Blur Primer Balm and apply that before applying my color corrector, just to the dark spots, hyperpigmentation. And I'm going to use my VDL Eye Primer in the color Serenity for my eyelids. And I'm just going to let that color corrector sit. So these are the two colors that I'm going to be working in today because I don't really have a true red. I'm going to be blending the pink from the eyeshadow quad, the two pinks from the eyeshadow quad called Darling, with the orangey reddish copper colors from the Model Pop eyeshadow pod. I'm going to start with the lightest pink under my eyebrows and then the darker pink below that, and just blend those two together, slowly building up the color. Then from the Model Pop eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use that copper color on top of the darkest shade of red, and then use the brush to blend those two together. Next, I'm going to follow up with the darkest shade from the Model Pop quad in the lower area of my crease. And then again, using that brush with the lighter shade to blend those colors all together. And then I'm going to cut that crease with the NYX eyeshadow primer in white. And once I've gotten the shade that I want, I'm going to get some blues in on my lid. I'm going to be using two palettes, the Starry Night eyeshadow palette with this gorgeous baby blue. And I'm going to use that on the inner half of my eyelid, but I'm going to leave a little crease in the corner of my eye for some white later. And then for the outer edge of my eye, I'm going to be using the dark blue from the FMG Cashmere Enchanted Eyes palette. And I'm going to use that in the outer wing. I'm going to make it darkest towards the outer edge of my eye, and I'm going to blend those two colors, the dark blue and the baby blue, together in the center of my eye, so I get a nice transition from dark blue to light blue. So just working between those two brushes to get a little bit of a transition in between. And then I'm going to go back to the white eyeshadow primer and put that right on top of the area where the red and the blue meet, and that's where my white is going to live later on. And then I'm also going to have a little bit of white in the inner corner of my eye. And you can clean that up with your red brush just to make sure that little white line is crisp. Same thing on the bottom with the blues. And then I'm going to go back to my face, and I'm going to start to blend out my color corrector now that it's had a little bit of time to set. And then I'm going to go on top of that with my Cashmere Complexion liquid foundation, and the color I'm using today is called Biscuit. I'm just going to make sure I cover up all those orange areas, the hyperpigmentation, and then blend that out. Get a little more under my eyes. And then I'm going to take my Cashmere Complexion liquid foundation in two colors, Muffin and Latte. Muffin is the lighter shade that I use in the center of my face, and Latte is the darker shade that I use in the outer edges of my face, and just blend those two shades together. And I'll set all of that with my FMG Cashmere powder foundation in the color W160. And then I'm going to take my Kathy Cat brow pencil, and I'm going to fill in my brows and shape them the way that I want them to be. And then once that's done, I'm going to take that light brush, the blending brush, and I'm going to fill in the areas under my brow and sort of blend out the areas at the edges of the shadow before I set my brows with my High Arch Precision Brow Gel. And then I'm going to add that glitter. Today I'm going to use the FMG Glimmer Liquid Eyeshadow, and I just put a little bit of it on the back of my hand and then use a very small brush so I can get the detail to go over that little transition area between the red and blue. and get a little bit more of that product in the inner corner of my eye on top of the white. So just take your time and go slow, just dabbing in the sparkles. And if you have a fine brush, it really helps to really get into that really small area of your eye. I'm going to do a little bit on the bottom of my eye before I take the baby blue from the Starry Night palette and rub that in under my lower eye area. And then I'm going to go back to the Darling eyeshadow quad and take the darker red, and I'm going to use a little bit of that beneath the blue before taking my FMG Glimmer gel eyeliner and creating an eyeliner on top of my lid and also lining my waterline in the bottom of my lid. Next, I'm going to take my FMG Glimmer eyeliner pencil in Blackest Black. I'm just going to spot on some of the color and then blend it out with a brush to create my eyeliner and a little bit of a wing. And then I'm going to use my Avon in the Shop liquid lipstick. It's a really gorgeous red that's sort of like a satin matte. And then my Colors of Love Kiss Me Cushion Blush in the color Orchid to add some color back into my cheeks. Followed by my Love at First Lash mascara in my upper lashes and lower lashes. And then I decided I wanted a little bit more lash, so I'm going to add a little false lash. So I'm all done. This is our final look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope that you all have a very happy 4th of July weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.